Ever felt an odd, unexplained sensation in your body and wondered if it's something serious? The truth is, certain warning signs should never be ignored. They could signal your body's time is running short. When doctors spot these symptoms, they know a life-threatening issue may be looming. In this video, we're diving into 7 critical warning signs that doctors say could mean the end is near. These symptoms might seem harmless at first, but they're your body's urgent cry for help. From relentless fatigue to sharp chest pain, stick with me to the end, as this knowledge could literally save your life. By recognizing these signs and acting fast, you can take charge of your health before it's too late. Let's get started. A stomach ache might feel like a small nuisance, but when the pain digs deep, cuts sharp, or just won't quit, it could be your body sounding a serious alarm. Doctors don't mince words. Severe abdominal pain, especially if it hits suddenly or lingers for hours, can point to a life-or-methy emergency. Your gut's trying to tell you something, and ignoring it could be a costly mistake. Take a ruptured abdominal aortic aneurysm, a tear in the body's biggest artery. It unleashes brutal, pulsing pain in your belly or back, and without emergency surgery, it can lead to fatal internal bleeding in hours. Or consider an intestinal blockage or ischemia, where blood flow to your gut gets choked off. That can cause your belly to swell, feel rock hard, or stop producing bowel movements, signaling a crisis. Pancreatitis is another beast, bringing searing pain in your upper abdomen, often worse after eating, and, if untreated, it can spiral into organ failure. Even gallbladder attacks, easy to brush off as heartburn, deliver a stabbing ache under your ribs, sometimes signaling an infection that needs urgent attention. Clara, a 71-year-old from Charleston, learned this the hard way. She chalked up her nagging belly pain to bad indigestion, popping antacids for days. But when the ache turned relentless, she landed in the ER, where doctors found a gallbladder infection that demanded immediate surgery. She was lucky. Later on, longer could have been catastrophic. The story's a wake-up call. Don't shrug off pain that's intense, unexplained, or paired with red flags like fever, vomiting, dizziness, or weakness. If your stomach's screaming, whether it's a sharp jab, a deep throb, or a pain that's sticking around, don't tough it out. Get to a doctor or the emergency room right away. Time matters, and surgery might be the only way to stop a dangerous situation from turning deadly. Trust your instincts. Your body's trying to protect you by raising the alarm. Clara's close call might hit home, or maybe you're feeling uneasy about a pain you've been ignoring. Either way, act fast. It could save your life. If this strikes a chord, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're listening. Subscribe, and hit the bell for more health insights to keep you safe and informed. Noticing your mind falter can shake you to your core. One day you're sharp, the next you're grappling with sudden memory blanks, foggy thinking, or behavior that just isn't you. These aren't just quirks of getting older. They could be your brain waving a red flag about something serious. Doctors warn that rapid mental changes might point to a stroke, a brain infection, or a neurological condition that needs urgent attention. Ignoring them could cost you precious time and health. A stroke, for instance, can hit like a lightning bolt, leaving you confused, slurring words, or unable to recognize your own family. Transient ischemic attacks, TIAs, are like mini strokes, causing brief bouts of disorientation that scream bigger trouble might be coming. Infections, especially in folks over 70, can trigger delirium, turning a clear mind chaotic overnight with agitation or wild mood swings. Even Alzheimer's or other dementias can take a sudden leap, throwing off your sense of time or making simple tasks like dressing feel impossible. Take Walter, a 74-year-old from Savannah who always had a quick wit and a knack for names. One evening he grew restless, snapping at his wife and forgetting the names of lifelong friends. His family chalked it up to a bad day, but by morning he was disoriented, struggling to follow a conversation. Alarmed, they rushed him to the hospital, where tests uncovered a urinary tract infection that had spread, sparking delirium. Quick treatment turned him around, but waiting could have been disastrous. Walter's story is a reminder Sudden cognitive shifts aren't just aging, they're a call to act fast. If you or someone you love starts forgetting things out of the blue, seems confused or acts strangely, maybe struggling with words or losing track of where they are, don't brush it off. Get to a doctor or the ER right away. Every minute matters when it comes to your brain. It could be a treatable issue like an infection, or a warning of something bigger, like a stroke on the horizon. Trust your gut. These changes are your body begging for help. Walter's close call might sound familiar, or maybe you're worried about subtle shifts you've noticed in yourself or a loved one. Don't wait for things to sort themselves out. Acting swiftly can protect your mind and your future. If this hits home or stirs concern, drop a 2 in the comments to share your thoughts. Subscribe and hit the bell for more insights to keep you informed and ready for life's curveball. Dropping pounds without trying might seem like a lucky break, but if your diet or exercise hasn't budged, it's a warning sign you can't ignore. For folks over 70, rapid, unexplained weight loss often whispers trouble, sometimes serious trouble. Your body might be fighting something big, and shedding weight could be its way of sounding the alarm. Don't brush it off as just getting older. It could be a clue to catch a problem before it's too late. Certain cancers, like pancreatic or lung, can act like calorie furnaces, burning through your body's reserves and causing dramatic weight loss early on. Metabolic disorders, undiagnosed diabetes, or heart failure can also rob you of muscle and fat, leaving you weaker and frailer than you should be. Chronic infections or autoimmune conditions might quietly drain your energy, melting pounds in the process. Any of these can hit without obvious symptoms at first, making weight loss one of the few hints something's wrong. Take Henry, a 72-year-old from Nashville who always prided himself on his hearty appetite. Over a few months, he noticed his belts needed extra notches and his favorite shirts hung loose. He felt tired all the time too, but figured it was just age creeping in. His daughter wasn't so sure and pushed him to see a doctor. Blood work and scans revealed early-stage colon cancer, caught just in time for treatment to make a difference. Henry's wake-up call was a close one, but it saved his life. His story shows why you can't ignore the scale when it's telling you something's off. If you've lost more than 5% of your body weight, say 10 pounds if you weigh 200, without changing your habits, it's time to act. Don't wait hoping it's nothing. Call your doctor, ask for a thorough checkup, and push for blood work or imaging if needed. Be your own advocate. Early answers can mean the difference between a fixable issue and a bigger fight. Unexplained weight loss isn't a gift, it's your body begging for attention. Henry's experience might ring a bell, or maybe you've noticed your own clothes fitting differently lately. Either way, trust your instincts and take it seriously. Getting ahead of the problem gives you the best shot at staying strong and healthy. If this stirs concern or hits close to home, drop a 3 in the comments to let me know you're with me. Subscribe and hit the bell for more health insights to keep you sharp and safe. Imagine this. You're kicked back in your favorite chair, maybe watching a show, when out of nowhere, you can't catch your breath. It's like the air's turned thin, and every inhale feels like a struggle. This isn't just a passing discomfort. It's your body sounding a blaring alarm. Sudden, unexplained shortness of breath can point to something deadly serious, like heart failure, a blood clot in your lungs, or even a heart attack that's sneaking up without the classic chest pain. For folks over 70, this is a sign you can't shrug off. A pulmonary embolism, a clot that jams up your lungs' blood flow, can hit fast, especially after long periods of sitting, travel, or recent surgery. It might start as a tight feeling in your chest, then spiral into a terrifying sense of suffocation. Congestive heart failure is another culprit, where your heart can't pump well, flooding your lungs with fluid. You might notice it's worse when you lie down, making sleep a battle. Then there are silent heart attacks, which can disguise themselves as tiredness, nausea, or just feeling off, skipping the dramatic chest clutching you'd expect. Take Mabel, a 70-year-old from Savannah, who loved her quiet evenings with a good book. One night, just sitting on her couch, she felt like she couldn't get enough air. At first, she blamed it on humidity or maybe eating too fast, but the feeling worsened, paired with a strange heaviness. Her son insisted on a trip to the ER, where doctors found a pulmonary embolism. a clot that could have been fatal without immediate treatment. Mabel's quick actions saved her, but her story is a stark reminder. Breathing trouble out of the blue demands attention. If you suddenly find yourself gasping, don't second-guess it. Sit up straight, try to stay calm, and call for help, or get to a hospital fast. Time is everything. Waiting could tip the scales the wrong way. Keep an eye out for other clues, too. Dizziness, sweating, or pain in your chest, arms, or jaw. These aren't just annoyances. They're your body begging for help. Mabel's close call might hit home, or maybe you've felt that unsettling shortness of breath yourself. Either way, don't gamble with it. Act swiftly to protect your life. This is about listening to your body when it whispers trouble. If Mabel's story, or the thought of sudden breathlessness shakes you, drop a 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Subscribe and hit the bell for more health tips to keep you safe and in the know. There's one feeling you can't ignore, a crushing, squeezing, or heavy pressure in your chest that hits like a freight train. If it comes out of nowhere, spreading to your arm, neck, jaw, or back, you're standing on the edge of a life or math moment. Doctors don't mince words. This could mean a heart attack or an aortic dissection, a tear in your body's main artery that demands emergency surgery to stop catastrophic bleeding. For folks over 70, this isn't something to brush off as indigestion or a pulled muscle. It's your body screaming for help. This kind of pain isn't subtle. It might feel like an elephant sitting on your chest, a tight band squeezing you, or a sudden blow that steals your breath. But heart attacks don't always play by Hollywood rules. Sometimes it's a milder ache, paired with nausea, sweating, or a vague sense of dread. Either way, it's a ticking clock. Dismissing it or hoping it'll pass could be the last mistake you make. Every second counts when your heart or arteries are in crisis. Take Walter, a 73-year-old from Boise, who is no stranger to hard work and stress. One evening, he felt a nagging tightness in his chest while raking leaves. He figured it was just tension from a long day, maybe a touch of heartburn from lunch. He sat down, sipped water, and waited it out. But the pressure grew, and a clammy sweat broke out. By the time his wife called 911, he was in the grip of a heart attack that landed him in the ICU. Walter was lucky to pull through, but his story is a stark wake-up call. Chest pain like this doesn't mess around. If you feel sudden, severe chest pressure, whether it's crushing, squeezing, or just deeply wrong, don't second-guess it. Don't lie down and hope for the best or drive yourself to the hospital. Call emergency services right away. Sit still, stay as calm as you can, and let help come to you. Watch for other signs too, shortness of breath, dizziness, or pain radiating to your shoulders or jaw. These are your body's desperate signals, and acting fast is your best shot at survival. Walter's near miss might sound familiar. Or maybe you've felt an odd chest twinge you've been tempted to ignore. Don't take the risk. Your life's too precious. Speed is everything in these moments. If this warning about chest pain hits home or makes you think twice, drop a 5 in the comments to let me know you're listening. Subscribe and hit the bell for more health advice to keep you safe and informed. There's a big gap between feeling worn out after a busy day and a bone-deep exhaustion that hits for no reason at all. If you're so drained that even a full night's sleep doesn't help, or simple tasks like getting dressed or holding a conversation feel like climbing a mountain, your body might be waving a serious warning flag. This isn't the kind of tiredness a strong cup of coffee can fix. It's heavy, relentless, and for folks over 70, this kind of fatigue could mean your organs are struggling, your heart's fighting to keep up, or your body's slowing down to conserve what little energy it has left. This level of exhaustion often points to something big, like heart disease, kidney failure, or even late-stage cancer. It's not just feeling off it, it's your body signaling a crisis, begging you to pay attention. You might notice you're too weak to do things you love, or that even small efforts leave you winded and wiped out. That's not normal aging. It's a clue something's wrong, and catching it early can make all the difference. Take Clara, a 69-year-old from Savannah, who always found joy in her backyard flower garden. She'd spend hours tending roses and planting bulbs, but one spring she could barely pull a weed without feeling like she'd run a marathon. At first she blamed it on getting older, or maybe a bad week, but the fatigue kept worsening. She was too tired to cook dinner or chat with her grandkids. Worried, she saw her doctor, and tests uncovered heart failure that needed urgent treatment. Clara's quick response gave her a fighting chance, but waiting could have been a different story. If your energy's gone AWOL or you're feeling wiped out in ways that don't make sense, don't brush it off. Jot down when it started, how it feels, and what it's keeping you from doing, whether it's climbing stairs, running errands, or just enjoying your day. If this fatigue is disrupting your life, get to a doctor fast. Ask for a full workup, blood tests, heart checks, whatever it takes to find the cause. Early action can catch problems before they spiral out of reach. Clara's story might hit close to home, or maybe you've been grappling with a tiredness that's more than just a bad day. Don't let it slide. Your body's trying to tell you something, and listening could save your life. If this kind of fatigue sounds familiar, drop a 6 in the comments to share your thoughts or story. Subscribe and hit the bell for more health insights to keep you strong and in the know. When your legs or ankles start swelling up day after day for no clear reason, it's more than just a minor annoyance. It's your body whispering a warning you can't afford to ignore. This isn't the kind of puffiness you get from standing too long or eating salty food. Persistent swelling, called edema, could mean your heart, kidneys, or liver are in trouble, struggling to keep blood and fluids moving like they should. For folks over 70, this subtle sign can point to something serious, and catching it early is crucial. Doctors see ongoing edema as a red flag for big problems like heart failure, where your heart's too weak to pump properly, letting fluid pool in your legs. It might also screen kidney failure, liver disease, or even a blood clot that could turn deadly if it travels. The swelling might feel tight, heavy, or sore, and your skin could look stretched or shiny. Sometimes it's worse by evening or comes with other clues like shortness of breath, tiredness, or a racing heart. These aren't signs to shrug off. They're your body begging for attention. Take Evelyn, a 68-year-old from Charleston who loved her daily walks along the waterfront. She started noticing her ankles and calves swelling up, making her shoes feel tight by midday. At first, she blamed it on age or humid weather, figuring it'd go away. But when the swelling didn't budge and she felt winded climbing stairs, her daughter urged her to see a doctor. Tests revealed early heart failure, and quick treatment got her back on track. Evelyn's lucky she didn't wait. Ignoring edema can let a small problem snowball into a crisis. If your legs or ankles are staying puffy, especially if it's new or getting worse, don't chalk it up to just getting older. Pay attention to how it feels. Does it hurt? Is it worse at certain times? Are you short of breath or unusually tired? Write down what you notice and get to a doctor fast. Push for tests like blood work, an ultrasound, or a heart check to pin down the cause. Acting swiftly can uncover a fixable issue before it becomes a bigger fight. Evelyn's story might sound familiar, or maybe you've spotted some swelling in your own legs lately. Don't let it slide. Your body's trying to tell you something important. Prompt care could be the key to keeping you strong and active. If this warning about swelling hits home or stirs concern, drop a 7 in the comments to let me know you're with me. Subscribe and hit the bell for more health tips to keep you safe and informed. You've made it to the end, and now you know your body sends urgent signals long before disaster strikes. In short, recognizing and acting on 7 critical warning signs: sudden chest pain, unexplained weight loss, shortness of breath, confusion, severe abdominal pain, extreme fatigue, and persistent swelling can save your life. Ignoring these or hoping they'll fade is a dangerous gamble. From crushing chest pain to relentless exhaustion, these aren't symptoms to brush off. They're your body's plea for help. Listen closely. Seeking medical care and hearing "it's nothing" beats waiting until it's too late. Aging brings health shifts in a heartbeat, but the good news is knowledge empowers you. Understanding these signs lets you act when it counts most. You don't need to live in fear. Just stay vigilant. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you or someone you know faced one of these warning signs? What steps did you take? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could guide someone to act in time. Your voice matters, so don't hold back. If this video hit home, give it a like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Your support keeps us creating content to inform and inspire. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.